Human rights activists are opposing the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, China, due to multiple genocides taking place at the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. In this first full week of the Games, reports show that not only are Uyghur Muslims facing ongoing persecution from the Chinese, a minority spiritual meditation group known as Falun Gong are the victims of a second ongoing genocide. For 20 years now, the CCP has claimed intent to snuff out this population and subjected these people to involuntary medical procedures that ultimately kill them. Things like organ harvesting, mass internment, and torture. For more on this Olympic controversy, we're joined now by Nina Shea, director of the Center for Religious Freedom at the Hudson Institute. Nina, thanks so much for joining us. And for those of us who haven't been following this as closely, can you explain how the Chinese Communist Party has been persecuting the Uyghur population and now those who are members of Falun Gong as well?
Yes, well, great to be with you, Prudence, and to have a chance to explain this, because the advanced medical techniques have been used to suppress and actually block the birth rate of Uyghur Muslims. And that's not a secret. That's what the U.S. government recognized under the last administration and the current administration. And as Secretary Pompeo wrote in the Wall Street Journal at the time, that the key thing was forced abortions and forced sterilization of the Uyghur Muslim women so that they could not reproduce and have children. And that is now reflected in the population growth rates in China. And this was a deliberate policy by the president of China, Shea, who's also the Secretary General of the Communist Party there. And he said to show them no mercy. Well, the similar thing is now being done with, or has been done for quite a while, with this Falun Gong meditation group. This was a very large group that's sort of an offshoot of Buddhism that numbered about 70 million back in 1999. That's when it was banned. And at the time, President Jiang Zemin said to eliminate them. And that's in the State Department country report, religious freedom report for China. And this was also it triggered the creation of a secret extrajudicial committee within the CCP to carry this out. And the main way they've done this is through the medical procedure of using them as a living bank for human organ transplants. So these innocent people were detained in very large numbers. They still are. And the evidence started trickling out over the years that this was because that they were disappearing in these detention camps because they were being involuntarily screened for their organ type. They were being matched with people seeking organ transplants, and that they were being murdered in the prisons or in hospitals, even on the operating table, by having their organs, their hearts, lungs, livers, kidneys excised. And there's a lot of data that was assembled and testimony of witnesses to show this.
My goodness.
Unfortunately, it has not been recognized by the U.S. government or anybody else of authority.
I see. And yes, we know that 9 countries, including the U.S., have announced diplomatic boycotts against the Olympic Games being held in Beijing due to this. But our American athletes are still competing. What do these diplomatic boycotts really do, Nina?
Well, they're better than nothing. It is a slight to the People's Republic of China, but they still are able to try to transmit their propaganda and show a very happy face on the whole picture, even though there's tremendous repression, including religious genocide, going on at this time.
Yes.
What we need to do is have a more comprehensive policy.
And to that point, in the Olympic opening ceremonies, I understand the Chinese chose an athlete of Uyghur descent to light the Olympic torch. What kind of statement is China trying to make here?
Well, they're trying to show that they are not persecuting Uyghurs and that they love Uyghurs, but we know for a fact that this is a genocide. They have erected concentration camps where 1 to 3 million have been interned in them without due process of any kind in order to brainwash them or to disappear them. And by the way, they are victims of the same organ harvesting forcible organ harvesting procedure in China. But meanwhile, our medical professionals in the transplant field are cooperating and supporting the Chinese organ transplant industry. This has got to stop.
It does, yes. And we are so thankful to you for exposing the reality of this. Nina Shea, Director of the Center for Religious Freedom at the Hudson Institute. Thank you.
Thank you.